Today we're going to be talking about Magnolia and why it's set to explode. I mean, up until this point, it's been known to be this sleepy town, right?
Yeah, but now they have a 40-acre crystal clear lagoon and a $1 billion town center that's coming.
Exactly, and I think that's going to draw some people in and why it's set to grow. Beyond that, there's affordable homes, every price point you could think of, tons of other things we're going to jump into here, and we're going to get into it right now. All right, so the first thing we want to jump into, obviously, is where the heck is Magnolia? What is it? What do the locals perceive it as? What do we call it? And so we'll throw it up on a map here so that you can kind of see where it's at. Basically, it's broken up into Old Magnolia or Magnolia OG, the original Magnolia, and then New Magnolia. And that divider line is going to be the 249 Aggie Expressway, right?
Absolutely.
So you've got 1488 kind of running perpendicular to that and through it. And then at the 1774 crossroads, there's a big railroad track there.
Yep.
That's really where you, like when you cross those crossroads, you're in Magnolia proper. You got the signature water tower and all that. And so to date, I would say, because a lot of this development and everything coming out here is scheduled to happen. One of the ones we're talking about, the Lagoon, is actually happening this year and as we speak, but the shopping center and stuff like that, it's a 5 to 7 year plan. So Old Magnolia proper is still that laid back, space. There's the charm, there's the FFA roots and the farm and ranch. You've got the Renfest out there.
Right.
It's beautiful. And so that still has its charm, but this new development coming in, the shopping center, is going to dramatically change it and really give it that master plan, organized feel that a lot of our other suburbs have, like Conroe and maybe even like Montgomery and Willis these days. And so when you're looking at a map, we just want to make sure you understand where Magnolia is located and what's set to happen for like Old Magnolia versus New Magnolia. So the New Magnolia, it already has tons of shopping, big box shopping. You've got communities like Audubon and Master Plan communities that have been building out there for a couple years. And so you kind of already have those amenities and everything taking shape. And that's what's drawing a lot of people to that New Magnolia side. Once all this development happens in Old Magnolia, I think it'll wake up this sleeping, so to speak, giant.
Yeah.
It's going to be this huge suburb, and in terms of location, it's kind of situated behind the Woodlands. So a lot of people are kind of flocking from the Woodlands, getting into some new construction opportunities out there. It's affordable, it's cheaper, but also, it's probably about 45 minutes north of Houston. As we said, it's on that Aggie Expressway 249, so you can get to Bryan College Station if you're, if you've got people going to A&M or you want to just go out there. But you could also get down into Houston in about the same amount of time, about 45 minutes. So with all of this going on, why don't we talk about what's, why it's growing and jump into what's attracting people out there.
Yeah, so the reason Magnolia is growing is because where exactly, we talked about location. It's proximity to the Woodlands, completely done. Tomballs, right? Pretty much done, so you don't have anywhere to go. So Magnolia kind of offers you this affordability that you don't get in the Woodlands from a land perspective. You get larger homes, larger lots. It's just one of those things that's the next best place to go, right? The terrain is completely beautiful. You have the large pine trees that you'll get in the Woodlands. And unlike a lot of places that you'll find in the Houston area as well, Magnolia in certain parts, the more you go west, does have a little bit of, we're from Houston, so any hill that we can get, we'll take it.
Flat, right?
Yeah, it's flat. But Magnolia, especially in some of these acreage communities like High Meadow West and stuff, you'll get these hills to where you might be in a community where your house is kind of on a small little hill.
For sure.
So
there's some elevation.
Definitely elevation
out
changes.
Yeah.
And again, when I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but when I think Magnolia, I just think larger lots.
Yeah, I think space, freedom,
and openness.
And so there is a lot of that acreage opportunity out there. But then you have all these affordable price points from newer construction or even older homes in the 200s, y'all, all the way up into the $1 million+ custom homes on acreage. So it has a lot to offer. And I already touched on this, but tons of retail already there in the New Magnolia side. So we're talking, what is that? West or east of 249?
Yeah,
I'm horrible with directions. Okay, east. Throw the map up for us. And you can see kind of where all that's laid out on 1488 near Audubon. And there's just so much more coming with some of these new developments coming out there. So you've got restaurants, you've got tons of shopping growth, all your big box shopping. And then in terms of infrastructure improvements, that's bringing a lot of people out. Let's jump into that because that's the really exciting stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think one of the most attractive and exciting things, you did a video about this, the Lagoon,
kind of blew up on
and
TikTok.
it blew up, what, like 150,000 views, so people are excited.
300,000 views.
Oh, all right,
shortcut
even
me.
better. So what are the specs on this? Like, when is this expected to come out?
So this is expected 2026.
May timeframe, right?
May timeframe. It's February now, so I don't know if that's still gonna happen. But let's kind of get into these stats of like what exactly this is gonna be, and it's too many to even remember. So it's gonna be a 40-acre resort-style lagoon.
So skip the Bahamas.
Yeah, skip to the Bahamas. Crystal clear. It's gonna literally feel, and it's cool. They have one in South Houston. Similar to this, so you're gonna have sand, so you're gonna be able to walk. The whole filtration system, you know, it's cool.
Yeah, there's
it legit feels, it feels like you're at a beach and get a cabana. You can get food delivered.
Yeah,
to
and
your
I mean it's
cabana.
gonna be like a public
Absolutely.
thing. It's not in a neighborhood. So we've got lagoons in some master plan communities
sure.
that are exclusive to them. This is 40 acres
Right.
for anyone to come out and enjoy. So
Right.
we'll even bring some tourism.
Absolutely. So you got beaches, paddleboarding, kayaking, floating obstacle course, a swim up bar, lounge areas, food truck courts, a future amphitheater.
Which means
potential.
concerts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably live events happening all the time. I bet you local businesses and stuff host events and stuff there
For
too.
sure. So, I mean, Magnolia's getting a beach before some Houston places are getting sidewalks.
This is nuts. And so that's obviously bringing a lot of excitement. Now, you know, these are private acreage tracts that are being sold for this to be built. So some, especially the people that have been living there in Magnolia for generations, are upset, which makes sense. With every pro, there's a con. And so that's the reality of the situation is the people that love living in Magnolia for its peace and quiet and space and its slow tempo, that's about to change, and they're upset for good reason. But with all that brings, you know, with growth, it brings more people, it brings new demographics. And so one of the other major attractions is this $1 billion, this like
a
shopping
project,
this commercial. It's going to be actually coming into downtown old school original Magnolia. So where it lacks that master plan organized layout or landscape, this is going to come in and do that. And so they're kind of creating a town square, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's going to be 200 acres of just mixed use space. So retails, restaurants, some places, hotels, places where you can go like work, you know, you work from home, but you want to get out of the office. They're gonna have little workspaces like that, apartments, dog parks.
And we'll throw up some renders, guys. I mean, these are 5 to 7 year out projects. That's all we really have. Obviously, things are subject to change on timeline and what all will be there. But let's just say, I mean, they're building the infrastructure of a mini town to wake up this sleeping giant, so to speak. And so that's really gonna pull home values up. It's a good early play for people to come in now. And so you have all these affordable home options all the way up until like the $1 million+ price point we talked about with acreage. And so let's jump into that, Taco. Let's talk about what that looks like in the way of affordability and how it's a good play to get in now for those future homes to appreciate.
For sure.
All right, so speaking of affordability and all of that going on, what we're getting and what we're seeing out here, and again, it's just a good play because you're getting in early, is there's a lot of new construction as well as resale, but a lot of new constructions offering these like 200s up into the mid 2s, maybe low 3s. What are we getting for that, Taco?
Yeah, so I mean, you have neighborhoods like Magnolia Springs, Magnolia Ridge, where, I mean, we've done a video. You can go back and find it, but you can get in a brand new home for $217,000.
Yeah, as low as that.
Yeah, as low as that, and then going on up. So you have neighborhoods like that where you have multiple options in the 200s and mid to low 3s. Here in these nice communities.
I call them pocket communities.
Absolutely.
They're a little bit on the smaller side. We still have builder options. And what you get are usually like a splash pad, maybe a park, some walking grounds, maybe I know Magnolia Springs has a pickleball.
For sure.
So you're getting more basic amenities. Typically comes with a little bit lower tax rates too.
Absolutely.
But then we could step it up into the mid-tier options. So what do we got going on out there into those 400s to 700s?
Oh, well, I mean, you have multiple options out there. So you have Escondido, probably, I tell people all the time, it has the best bang for your buck price point.
One of the hot spots that we
absolutely.
find clients.
I mean, you can get a
seeking out
3,000
there.
square foot house in Escondido for under $400,000. I know that because I've done it. I've had a client that has purchased that. Emery Glen, another one. Emery Glen's going to be the closest neighborhood as of right now that's going to be near that crystal clear lagoon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And with these, you're getting you're stepping up your options in builders too. So it's less of those starter homes and more of these higher standard options like David Weekley, the Highlands, Empire. So really cool options there. And then stepping it up,
even more.
All this massive growth, what's really driving people out there are these master plan communities. So Taco, let's talk about Creston and Colton and Wild Tree, which are brand new, as well as Audubon, which is a little bit, I think they're in their second phase by now.
Yeah, so the cool thing about all of these is, again, you have homes priced at mid-threes all the way up to million in all of these. Colton offers you, and they all have different feels. Although they're in Magnolia, Colton feels completely different than Creston.
They have different themes. I mean, these are master plan communities. And we'll throw them up on a map and kind of pin them for you guys so you can kind of get an idea of where they're located in this area.
So multiple builders in all of these master plan communities. Now, if that doesn't fit and you're looking for something bigger, larger acreage, you have a larger price point, Mark, what do we have kind of in Magnolia?
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful from High Meadows Estates and High Meadow West to maybe some of the more mature ones like Moston Manor. They offer half acre to full acre lots and a couple builder options there. So if you don't want the amenity rich, you don't want the super high tax rate of these master plans, that's kind of the cons, right? We really want to tell you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good in these master plans is they're well thought out, they're themed, there's tons of amenities, they're zoned to amazing schools. But at the end of the day, the homes can be cookie cutter, they're built on top of each other. There's multiple builders with different size lots, and so you have price points all the way from the mid threes up to the million price point. But that may not be your cup of tea if you don't want to be able to hand your neighbor a cup of sugar from your window, your kitchen window. Maybe you want to go out and step into the acreage, which is still, it's kind of what Magnolia's always been known for. And they're still there. It's still prominent, and the land and the neighborhoods are still there. So the opportunity's there.
Yeah, you have new construction, and I think what a lot of people miss, again, it's already been established, is there's some older neighborhoods if you're wanting resale, like Lake Windcrest, Sendera Ranch, Cimarron Country, I think is another one.
Yeah.
So those
farm and ranch, you can get even 3, 4, 5 acre tracts easily.
Yeah, and some of those will allow if you have a horse, if you have
you want to do some homesteading, you want some goats and chickens. Getting into these acreage communities typically free you up to do that and give you the space to do it.
So as you'll see, Magnolia offers you a plethora of options, whether you're $200 price point or literally the multi-million-dollar price point, and you want acreage, you want space. There's options for you.
Yeah, so you can kind of see what's bringing so many different kinds of people out that way.
Absolutely.
So whether you like it or not, Magnolia is changing, right? And so you've got obviously the people that have been there for generations that are resisting it, maybe don't love all these changes, and then you've got the obvious people that are encouraging it, loving it, and it's drawing them out there. But at the end of the day, the change is happening. And so, the biggest, I think, differentiating factor with Magnolia is it's going to change from this sleepy town that it's known for, all the space and everything, to this well-organized master plan suburb that's going to house future residents, probably in the hundreds of thousands, right?
It's going to be thriving.
So if you're interested in possibly moving out into the Houston area, especially the North Houston suburbs, we would love to connect with you. Feel free to click the link below, fill out that quick questionnaire. You could also give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to connect with you, see if Houston's a good fit. And until next time, we'll see you guys on the next video.
See ya.